What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams here with The Distance. Got another video for you guys. This one's Roy Jones knocked out by Denis Lebedev 10 rounds. Now, I will openly say I did not watch this fight, and call it how call it what you want. I'm not a supposed real boxing fan because I didn't see the fight. I didn't feel the need to watch the fight. All I saw was a knockout in 10 rounds. That's just all. That's just all I saw. Because I knew it was gonna happen. See, for me, and I've openly said this, pretty much the first boxing match that I actually remember and I can tell you about is Roy Jones versus Montel Griffith, the first fight. That was the first fight that I could tell you I remember. I remember from like years ago. I don't need to elaborate more on that subject. But he was the first, pretty much the first boxer that I was truly a fan of. Other than that, I heard names like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, but Roy Jones was just my number one fighter. I would go to school and I would talk about Roy Jones, and talk about how he would, and believe it or not, I actually said this. I said Roy Jones would kill Mike Tyson, or I said Roy Jones would kill Evander Holyfield. And me, I grew up around people that love boxing. I had all kinds of boxing games when I was a kid. Like on the Sega, we had the Evander Holyfield game. I used to get pissed at one of my brothers because he used to beat me at the game all the time. But it wasn't, and that was before I was watching boxing. I knew who Holyfield was. I never seen him fight until I was like 14 maybe. But just overall, Roy Jones was pretty much the reason I had gotten into boxing. He's the reason I got into boxing, and whatever it is whatever the reason is to why he's continuing the fight. I would just hope that he just ends his career very soon, or hell now. I think it's time for Roy to hang him up. It's time for him to hang him up. It's been time since probably the Calzaghe loss. And to be honest, this is me. This is just my opinion on it all. When Jones lost to Joe Calzaghe like November the 8th of 2008, I remember watching the fight, and I was one of the people that were fooled. I'm thinking, all right, Roy is back. I was able to, I believed, what he was saying. I believed, Roy Jones is gonna come in, he's gonna take out Joe Calzaghe, and I like Calzaghe as well. But see, when he went in and he lost that one-side fight to Calzaghe, I'm kind of thinking, all right, so we're not gonna see the rematch with Bernard Hopkins. We're not gonna see this rematch. So, so what did Roy do? Roy went, he fought Omar Shika. He fought Jeff Lacy. Stopped them both. And Jeff Lacy is at as B level as they come. Joe Calzaghe killed Jeff Lacy, but he wasn't able to knock out Jeff Lacy or stop him. And it goes to Australia, December of '09, and we all remember he was knocked out by Danny Green. And when he was knocked out by Danny Green, that's when it was over for me. I was like, okay, Roy does not need to be in the ring. He doesn't belong in the ring anymore. And I could say this, I can understand the loss to Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe was like the number 2 pound for pound best in the world at that time. So I can understand, the loss to Joe Calzaghe. Danny Green was not ranked, anywhere pound for pound. He was just the IBO Cruiserweight champion. This is all he was. And then, he goes, he fights Bernard Hopkins. Hopkins beats him in a very slow matchup. And I actually predicted Roy to win the fight. I'm thinking, okay, I'm like, Hopkins doesn't have any power. Doesn't have the power to knock out Roy. And he probably did. He probably, just took it easy on him. But this is my opinion. But just overall, after the fight with Bernard, that slow matchup, you can just tell that Roy's shot. He's shot, and when you're shot, you don't have the legs, you don't have the speed and quickness, and also you don't have that thinking, boxing ability, that intellect to back it up. Then you're in danger. You're in total peril in the ring. And Roy just doesn't have it anymore. He shouldn't be fighting. He shouldn't, like, boxing fans who've grown up in the '90s, you know, pretty much us '80s babies, and some people that were babies in the '70s. We all came up, we were watching Roy Jones. We were watching the HBO telecast with Roy Jones. We saw, we listened to him speak and, give his opinions on, these fights and stuff. And now his speech is getting, a little bit slurred, and he's getting in the ring and he's getting knocked out, in majority of his fights. He's lost his last 3 fights. 2 out of the last 3 by knockout. To me, I don't think Roy should be in the ring anymore. Like, whether it be money issues, he has something that other champions did not have. He does pretty much have a steady paycheck with HBO. He just needs to continue pursuing that, because other than that, Roy should not be in the ring fighting anymore. And this is coming from a Roy Jones fan, a huge Roy Jones fan. I actually bought his CD back in 2002. That's how much of a fan I was of him. So, anyway, guys, tell me what you think. That was Existence. Thanks for watching. Peace.